Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk. Tonight episode is how to verify property information and home ownership. To prevent fraud when purchasing a property, verifying home ownership should be the first step in your due diligence process. The second step is to obtain essential reports to confirm the lot size, property characteristic, including above grade square footage and basement square footage, a property survey, the construction history of the property, and any charges registered on the title. These are the critical measures to protect your client interest. Again, how to verify property information. Idea is to prevent fraud when you're purchasing a property. Verifying home ownership should be the first step in your due diligence process. The second step is to establish essential reports to confirm the land size, which is lot, property characteristic, including above grade and basement square footage, a property survey, the construction history of the property, and any charges registered on the title. But these are the critical measures to protect your client interest. So verify of home ownership. Number one, access Geo Warehouse or your local land registry equivalent to verify ownership. You search using the property address, name of the owner, property information number, or MPAC number that determines your assessed value of your property. On the Geo Warehouse, also you can legal description of the property, land use, and zoning information. This is very critical when you are buying a property and you have intentions or your client has intention to do development, demolition, development, rebuilding, whatever. So this is very important to check that out. Lot size. This is very important because a survey is not available. If survey is not available, you are able to get the information from Geo Warehouse. It will give you all the dimension there. But survey is needed when you're doing a development. Assessed value for property tax. Sometimes the property information is not correctly entered on MLS data. So there will be a assessed value available in Geo Warehouse done by MPAC. So this is important for you to have because you're trying to verify the information about the home ownership and the characteristics of the property. Verification of ownership. To calculate the most recent property taxes, multiply the assessed value by the city tax rate. So there are two things that will happen. Either you get a notification from the city or you have go to Geo Warehouse, take the assessed value, go to the city, get the factor, tax factor, multiply that to come up with the taxes for. And remember that normally the city send you interim payment for the first 6 months. In July, they will send you the final tax bill. So always remember to wait. If you are doing anything in July, wait for the assessment. Or call the city, they will give you information. They will apply final taxes because sometimes they add increases because city council will approve them. So you take this information. In some larger cities, Geo Warehouse will also display the most recent taxes assessed by the municipality. So normally, city will add your latest taxes information online. If you are a homeowner, you can download, subscribe to their service, and they can send you your tax statement via email, or you can download it. Additionally, Geo Warehouse provides a complete history of the property from the year it was built to the present. That means how many times it has been sold. You will have that information, including privately or through MLS system. This helps you to understand whether property values are increasing or declining and allows you to calculate a year-over-year percentage of change. Sometime when you are buying a property, you want to know if this particular property has increase in value or decline. So you will look at the trend. When you look at the number of time this property have changed hands, you already know that what is the percentage of each time it was sold. The day it was built, when the first owner took it, he sold it, and it has a history. So it gives you a trend. You can calculate that. Second important thing is site survey. Understanding the exact boundaries of the lot is essential when purchasing a property for a client. Request a copy of the existing survey from the landowner. If none is available, you can purchase a survey from GeoWarehouse. There are other avenues. You can buy them, or you can ask a surveyor to get it for you. It's going to cost you money. Ranges from, in the city, $2,000 to $5,000. Depends on the location and how much travel they have to do. But it's available from multiple sources. Sometimes you will be able to get it from GeoWarehouse. A site survey is critical. Why? If you plan to make improvement to an existing structure, demolish and rebuild, or construct a new home, new building, you will require a current site survey, because your architect need that survey to do the boundary, because they look at the setback and the front and back and sideways to look the footprint of your building in order to suggest or modify. And it all has to do with the total square footage of the building, what is permitted by the zone. They need to calculate that, let's say it's 35% of the lot. So they need to calculate, if you're trying to do a new improvement, they want to make sure this is covered. Parcel. Number 3, parcel register. You know, it is important to understand the current owner's financial position regarding the property. Obtaining a parcel register will show how many charges, liens are registered on the property. If you're dealing with a property, you have a doubt about it, and how much is you're trying to either buying or selling, either way, get a copy of the parcel. If it shows you how much financial obligation the current owner has, they're registered on the title. How much money is currently owned by the owner. So that will give you a negotiating position, that how much money is there that the owner has to pay. So it gives you an idea, a position of strength, because you are more knowledgeable what's going on with the property. Any construction lien or other charges against the title will be identified. This information position you to negotiate effectively and have a full understanding of the homeowner's financial condition before entering into an agreement to acquire the property for your client. So this is very, very important. It costs you money. It's a part of due diligence. You should always do that. Number 4, square footage verification. Knowing the size of the property you are purchasing is essential. The home includes land size, front and back. It gives you square footage. You can get an MPAC report, or you can get it for GeoWarehouse, because that frontage is important. Depth is important. Total square footage, size of the lot. How would you know? From MPAC or from GeoWarehouse. Finish above grade square footage. This is not included in GeoWarehouse. You may have to buy a report from MPAC. If you buy a bundle, it will probably cost you $7. Why is it important? You know, I am a licensed builder with HCRA, license number B63247. So above square footage is different than the finished basement, because above square footage, when you buy a new purchase home, the price typically covers the lot and the above grade square footage. The basement is often unfinished. The basement is often finished, though walls and rough-ins for bathroom or kitchen may already be present if you have negotiated it with the builder. The cost to finish a basement is approximately 1/4 of the cost of above grade finishes. Let's assume the above grade finish cost is $400. So it's going to cost you $100 per square foot in a basement because your walls are already done. If the plumbing is not there, you have to get the plumbing. Electrically, you have to do it. Your fire rated walls, you have to create them. You have to have a separate entrance, yes. You have an egress window, yes, you have to create one. Kitchen, all those needs to be installed. Bathroom. If connections are not there, you have to do that. This all can be covered between 1 to 125, depending on who you're dealing with. Also, you need a legal basement entrance. That'll cost you extra because you have to provide a separate entrance. It depends on the location of the property. So this is why it's very, very important to know that the cost of finished basement is approximately 1/4 of the cost of the above grade, depending on when, and at what quality the finished basement is completed. If it's already done or it's to be done. I'm talking about to be done. Now, so basement area, you have two levels. One is finished area, one is full. That means not been finished. So impact report will give you that information. Now, square footage again, continue. You can purchase an impact report that provides year the home was built. This is important because you want to determine the age value. Because based on the age value, you determine whether you need a new roof or repair or replacement expected, furnace, air conditioning, kitchen appliances. This gives you an idea about it. Total above grade square footage, main floor and second floor, basement area, and this information, number of bedrooms, number of full and half bathrooms, garage area and build year. So these are the information that is available. This information is relevant to the due diligence you are obligated to perform under TREBA or applicable real estate. Mean you have to provide due diligence. How would you verify this information if you are not able to check this out? Sold history and market information. I'm talking about right now strictly property information and who owns it before you buy or sell a property. Determine whether the property was sold through MLS or privately. Because when we are trying to determine what the estimated value is, when you're performing a comparative market analysis, having complete information about the subject property. Subject property is the property either you are buying or listing for sale. Recently sold comparable properties and current competing properties in the public domain will help you to produce an accurate evaluation of your property, the property that you're buying or your property you're selling. Number 3, city side. You can visit the local city office to confirm the zoning, building permits issued and closed, and committee of adjustment approvals for variance and was obtained, and whether the property is on a heritage registered list, as this could impact your client's ability to redevelop the site. Depending on what type of property being acquired, a phone call, an email, or visit to the city hall can help prevent any mistake in acquiring a property that might have some challenges, including building a basement without building an occupancy permit. So real estate.
To learn more about real estate and mortgages, please visit Realty Coffee Talk. And
I hope that you like the information. If you are a buyer or a seller, and if you want more information, as you know, I am a fellow of Rules. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Rules Institute of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc., Brokerage. My passion is real estate, and your success is my priority. If you want to learn more about the episode shared on realtycoffeetalk.com, or you can go to YouTube at Realty Coffee Talk and subscribe. Watch. There are more than 525 episodes for you to learn. Make informed decision. Watch Realty Coffee Talk. Thank you. Bye for now.